family close to Segundo, and especially I got family in prison. Shout out my people in prison. Put some money in your people's commissary, alright? Shout out my people. But you know, every time you see some of these prison documentaries or these prison shows, I get nervous, like, man, I don't know if I'm ready for prison. Am I going to be able to handle prison, right? Because they always say the scary thing is to be is in like a cafeteria or the yard. But honestly, I've never been to prison, but I feel the closest, scariest place I could be that's close to that is a buffet. A buffet is scary to me, alright? And I'll tell you why. Because in prison, they separate by race, right? But in a buffet, they separate by weight. You get what I'm saying? So you got the skinny people on one side, you got the big people on the other side. And the skinny people aren't going to get pushed over anymore, right? Like, fuck no, I'm going to be first in that shrimp line this time, alright? You're not running us over anymore. And there's always fights about that shit, right? It's crazy. But the scariest people at a buffet is the handicapped people. Because they'll just roll your ass over, you know what I'm saying? They'll start their own Sons of Anarchy gang. That's scary. That's scary. Thank you. No, but it's good to be here. And let's give a round of applause for Mona for hosting us as well. This is such a good bar. Thank you guys, thank you. Make sure you tip your bartenders or they'll drug you. Ooh. Is that a gift or is that a good thing or a bad thing? Hey, it's a surprise. Shout out to them bartenders, right? But I love a good bar. I grew up in bars, right? I was a child that used to go to all the bars with my dad, right? He was an alcoholic. We used to always go see the games. Did anyone else go to the bar with their father as a child? Nobody? Nobody? One person? One person? Alright, maybe I should ask this instead. Who has a father? Who has a father? Who knows what having a father is like? Alright, I'll explain. So what a father is like... No, I'm joking. But I love that, but especially because we're close to the holidays, it feels good that we're together, right? I think it feels good, especially at a bar, especially we got sports going on, we got FIFA World Cup going on, you know what I'm saying? That feels good, right? Because we're coming out of the year of COVID where we're relaxed. We're feeling that relaxation from COVID, right? We're not as tense about it, and that feels good, right? Where the fuck was I going about that? No, but it feels good about that, right? Because COVID had me feeling real tense and real scared, right? And it kind of reminded me of 9/11. Because I feel there's going to be this permanent effect, right? When they talk about keep your distance, about keep clean, vaccines, there's a permanent effect to that. I think it's going to be coming from now on, right? The way 9/11 was, traveling changed forever, right? The Patriot Act came, recording our calls, things changed forever, right? And you would think everyone remembers that, right? Everyone remembers the effect of 9/11. And I was talking to a friend, I said, don't you remember that? Don't you think it's going to have the same effect? And she said, I wouldn't know. I wasn't born before 9/11. I said, oh man, I got to stop talking politics with strippers, you know what I'm saying? That's not what the VIP room is for, you know what I'm saying? I thought we could converse. But honestly, I love this season, not only because of the holidays, because like I said, because sports is here, right? Soccer's here, you got the NBA going on, and then we got football going on, right? And let's give a round of applause for sports for 1 minute. It brings us together. Alright, 2 claps. Alright, I can feel that. There's no one really gives a fuck about sports here. It's alright. But I'll talk about it because I love sports, right? It means a lot. And I love sports. But it's hard to bring people into sports, right? Like, I'm obsessed, but it's hard to get people to be obsessed with you, you know what I'm saying? And I say if I got a date, I feel bad trying to convince a sports date would be a good time. Do you guys think sports could be a good time for a date? To be honest, do you think sports, it can be, right? Ladies, do you think sports could be a good date? Like if a guy told you don't think so? No? Like if a guy took you to a Las Vegas boxing fight, you wouldn't think that's a good time? Like that's fancy, right? That's a fancy time. Would you also think it'd be a good time if a guy took you to a cockfight? Yes, it would be, right? We've all been to Chaparral at 3 in the morning, putting some money on the rooster. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, that bird looks fucking tough. He's gonna do some damage. Shout out to them roosters. But I know there's a girl out there who's still grateful and shows off to her friends. And she says, girl, you know years ago, he took me to Michael Vick's last dog fight. It was a good time. There was a lot of football players. There was a lot of weed in the air. I feel bad for them dogs, but it was a good time. Shout out Michael Vick's last dog fight. Greatest sporting event ever. Am I right? But also, I love this bar because it's locally owned, right? It's not like a franchise bar. And one thing that COVID got us to appreciate was local businesses, okay? And there's one local business I want to shout out that we lost during COVID, and that's Montana Cabaret. Shout out Montana Cabaret. That's my shit since day one, baby. We all know it. We all know. We all went there with their 18 with our grandfathers. So it's all good. I miss that. I'm gonna miss that place. I'm gonna miss that place. But what I love about El Paso and local businesses, I'm sure this happens in other cities, right? Where in a year, El Paso put out its best, right? El Paso's best. El Paso's best wings. El Paso's best sushi, right? El Paso's best hot dog, pizza, and it goes on. But I feel they need to open up some of those genres, right? They need to make more categories, right? I feel like I need to know El Paso's best prostitute. You know what I'm saying? I want to know who's serving the city, right? Because we're a hard-working city. We're a blue-collar city, right? And I know people that work day and night, you know what I'm saying? And there's some girl out there that's taking care of someone before they go into work. And I want to know who that is, you know what I'm saying? I want to know who's got the best blowjobs in the city. I want to know who's giving the best handies in the backseat. These things are important, right? Because you don't want to just keep a prostitute at a prostitute level, right? You want her to promote herself. You want her to turn into a madame. You know what I'm saying? You want her to run a brothel. You know what I'm saying? You want that woman empowerment. Don't y'all agree? Think of like Monica Lewinsky. She took down the White House, my G's. That's female empowerment I'm talking about. Alright guys, my name's Alfredo Marquez. Thank you for letting me have a good time with y'all. You have a good night. Thank you.